Hey everybody, Matt from Red Ball here, and today I want to tell you a little story about this backpack. So the first time I went to Yosemite was in 2016. I went with a couple of my college buddies, and let me just tell you, going to Yosemite is like a religious experience, and it certainly was for me. I really fell in love with the Sierra and just the parks in California in general on that trip. So we go on that trip, we pass the Vernal Nevada Falls, we make it all the way to Merced Lake. It was a really, really great hike. And one of the things that really just stood out to me was the view from the valley. And one of those is El Cap. So fast forward a couple years, we go to 2019 and I go back with my folks. My parents had never been to Yosemite. So I was like, right, well, we're in California, we have to go. And that time I decided to really take some photos, and I took a long telephoto shot of El Capitan and got it printed onto a fabric V21 RS by Ripstop by the Roll. And this is the result. And I've been calling this bag the Scrambler 17-liter bag. I've actually had this bag for 2 or 3 years, and I've never posted a photo. I've never shown anybody. Part of the reason was I wanted to just kind of try something without other people looking and see if it was a product that I want to release. I'm still not super certain about that, but I've made a couple of these bags, and I want to show you the fun features of this one. So to start out, the harness system, the straps, is really simple. It's ultra good blackout. This is daisy chain just for your sternum strap and a ladder lock at the bottom. That's it. It's simple. But then I decided to experiment with a leather handle, and using leather is a little tricky. It's a little fickle coming from the textiles that I'm used to, but it was a really fun little addition, and I felt like it fit the look of this pack that looks like a rock on your back. So one of the more obvious features of this bag is there's a front zipper. Now, I only really use waterproof zippers. This is the number 5 YKK zipper, Uratech AquaGuard. It's matte black color. It just makes sense. They work really well. They're super water resistant. They're tough. And that's what I decided to use for this entire bag. So on the inside of this bag, there's a map. And it's a topographical map of Yosemite. And right here, it says El Capitan. And I thought that was really cool as a little peek into the bag. You can already see where the inspiration for the print on the fabric came from, El Capitan. This is a really simple small bag, and it was kind of designed as just a laptop carrier or like an overnight in town type of bag. And so I decided to experiment with a zipper that goes all the way down from the very bottom of the bag up and around. It's a giant upside down U, and I think it makes it really easy to pack and unpack because you can just open the whole bag at once. So let me do that. As you can see on the inside now, we have more of the topographical map, and I tried to incorporate parts from that trip that I took back in 2016 into features on the map on the inside that you can see. So here, this is an old map, so it says Half or South Dome up here at the top. On the laptop compartment, there's Yosemite Falls in the valley below. At the very bottom of the pack, it says Clouds Rest. And then we'll flip over this way. So here's your organizer compartment or your admin panel or whatever you want to call it. It's simple though. It's just 2 mesh pockets. One on top that's a lot bigger. That's the one that I tend to use more often. And then one on the bottom. And what I'm normally putting in here is I'm putting like toiletries or small sundries into the top. And then at the bottom, I always carry a sketchbook and pencils and pens, a Sharpie, that kind of thing. And that will go into the bottom. Now you'll notice that the bag stands up on its own pretty well. And the reason for that is I used foam. I actually used 4-pound density, 3/8 inch foam on the back panel to give the laptop a little bit more padding and on the bottom. So the rigid foam plus the rigid V21 RS fabric just allows it to stand up super well. And it also adds a lot of practicality too. Now, weight isn't that important on this style of bag, so it didn't really matter that I'm adding heavy foam and I'm adding all sorts of liners in here for the fun aesthetic. So I decided to just kind of go crazy and make it really rigid. And actually, I like that a lot, and I like that more than the 2-pound density foam, which is a little more flimsy. So this is the general overview of this bag, the Granite Scrambler, as I've been calling it. And I've been using this for 2 or 3 years, and frankly, just loving this bag. And let me know if this is a bag that you'd be interested in seeing. I've been considering offering this on the site for a long time. I just haven't quite pulled the trigger. They're a little tricky to make, but I think the use case is there, and I've personally loved it. So you've heard me talk about the Yosemite Granite and the photo and my time there. Now I'd like you to go to the comment section and comment Granite for a chance to win this Flex fanny pack in V21 RS with the Granite print. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.